Dear students, good afternoon all of you. See, in the last class we are discussed about the several activities. Now see students, in the last class we are discussed about definition of crops and kharif crops, rabi crops. In the sense what? Definition of crops and types of crops. One is kharif crops, another one is what? Rabi crops. We already discussed about the kharif crops and the rabi crops. Okay. And also you can see in the last class we have discussed about that some agricultural techniques. The first of all, all of you understand in the last class there is a preparation of the soil. Preparation of the soil. You can see before going to that showing the time, first of all we prepare that soil by using the several tools, by using the floor. By flowing method, we prepare that soil. So the time it has to be increasing the number of the microbes. It has to be growth of the microorganisms, microbes in the soil. So we already told. So that is a very useful for that farmers, especially plants, especially crops. The time, especially soil also, it is increasing the soil fertility, and also it helps with the growth of the earthworms and the microorganisms. So that microorganisms as well as that earthworms, both are very useful for agriculture field. So that's why there is the preparation of the soil time. That time the volume is a very important process. When you flood that soil, the time it will be loosen the soil. The time it easily exchanging the gases. It means the air is easily entered under the soil. The time that microorganisms also survive easily, and also the time the water is also grow under the earth's surface by through that holes. So this technique you can see the preparation of the soil. The preparation of the soil is the first technique, is the first steps in the agriculture, because it is very essential, it is very necessary to the agriculture field. So when you prepare the soil, afterwards we start to what? Sowing the seeds. Sowing the seeds. So before sowing the seeds, in that time, first of all, properly we prepare that bed. Which one? That is a soil bed. You can take any kinds of the sowing methods. That time, before sowing, the time we first of all prepare the soil. That is a preparation of the soil. Preparation of the soil. Clear all of you? But nowadays we are using that which one? Tractors for preparation of the soil. For preparation of the soil. Afterwards, you can see that sowing method. We already discussed in last class sowing method. So sowing is nothing but is very important process in the agriculture. After the preparation of the soil, the time we selected the healthy seeds. We selected the good qualities of healthy seeds. By using the several techniques, by using the several methods, we selected the healthy seeds for sowing purpose. That time we selected the healthy seeds by using the old techniques and by using the new technology. By applying the new technology in the agriculture field, we sowing the seeds. Which type of the seeds? Healthy and good qualities of the seeds. Afterwards, we get the good yield after sowing. And also, next one is adding the manure and the fertilizers. Now see that students, manure and the fertilizers. Dear students, the soil has several nutrients. The soil has several nutrients as well as minerals. But sometimes the soil, the crop need extra energy. The crop need extra nutrients and the minerals. That time the soil sometimes you continuously you showing the seeds and you get the crops, you showing the seeds, get the crops, means the time the soil losing their capacity. The soil is means it is losing their nutrient capacity. That time nutrients are present in very less portion in particular soil. That time we using that fertilizers and both manures. Some people are using depends on only manures. Some people are using depends on only fertilizers. Some people are using both one. There is fertilizers as well as manures. Dear students, both fertilizers and manures both are having that nutrient characters. Both are has that nutrients contained. That time the fertilizers as well as manures provide the nutrient to the soil. Afterwards the soil is provide the nutrients to the crops. Clear? So these type will be the fertilizers and manures that we are using. Dear students, the first of all you can see the difference between fertilizers and manures. Difference between fertilizers and manures. Afterwards I will explain about the fertilizers and the manures. So see students, first of all, the fertilizers is man-made things. The fertilizers is man-made things, but it is manure is often by the decomposition of the cattle ducts. Yes, see students, the manures is nothing but you can say in villages tippegundi, like a tippi gobra. Yes or no? That is a manure. But the fertilizers is made by man. It is man-made things. Which one? That is a fertilizers is a man-made things. It is a man-made things. Fertilizers is a man-made things. But manure, listen to me students, manure, it is often by the decomposition of cattle dung. You can see that is a cattle ducts when we storing in the some portion or some particular compound like means tank. The tank, the decomposition of cattle ducts. We store that cattle ducts in one place. Afterwards, we get that manure by decomposition. After the decomposition, see students, fertilizers. First of all, fertilizers is a man-made thing. Fertilizers is a man-made thing, but manure is often by the decomposition of cattle dung. Manure is often by the decomposition of cattle dung. Clear enough? We are often the manure from the cattle dungs after the decomposition. After the decomposition of cattle dungs, we often the manure from decompositions of cattle dungs. Decomposition of cattle dungs. See students, we all are obtained directly or indirectly manure from the cattle dungs. From the cattle dungs or several vegetable things or several, it means waste plant products. Which one? It is a manure. But the fertilizers we often the fertilizers from factories. It means it is a man-made things. It is a man-made thing. Second one, the fertilizers is prepared in factories. The fertilizers are prepared in the factories, not in home or not in agriculture field. The fertilizers are prepared in the factories. Okay, several factories are there in the preparation of the fertilizers. So that's why we are obtaining the fertilizers from the fertilizer factories. Clear enough? Next one, manure. The manure it can be preferred in the fields. We can prepare the manure in the fields, in the agriculture fields or in several forest-like structures and the type. We obtain the manure in the field, not factories. But we obtain the fertilizers from the factory. We obtain the manure from the fields. From the fields. Okay, one more time I will tell. See students, the fertilizers does not provide any humus to the soil. The fertilizers does not provide any humus to the soil, but the manures provide lot of humus to the soil. Clear enough? Next one, you can see it is very rich in plant nutrients. Which one? The fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, like phosphorus and the potassium. So compared with manure, the fertilizers are has very rich nutrients. It has very rich nutrients, plant nutrients. It has very rich in plant nutrients like a nitrogen, like a phosphorus, like a potassium. So the fertilizers has a very rich in plant nutrients compared with manure. So like the nitrogen, like the potassium, and like a phosphorus. You can see in this side, the manure provide a lot of humus to the soil. The manure is provide a lot of humus to the soil. And also the manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. The manure it is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. So compared with the fertilizers, the manure it has very less rich plant nutrients. Like potassium and like phosphorus, like nitrogen, these all those. So compared with the fertilizers, the manure has a less rich in plant nutrients. Okay. So this is a comparison between the fertilizers and the manure. So this is a difference between the fertilizers and manure. So it is very important for an examination for 2 marks or 3 marks. 2 marks or 3 marks. Clear all of it? Okay, now see students. Fertilizers. See students, when you use the fertilizers, it is good also, it is bad also. When you use the healthy fertilizers to the soil, that time the soil losing their water holding capacity day by day. And also the time the soil does not hold that water. It is affected the crop also. But when you use the fertilizers continuously, the time the soil loses their quality also. Day by day. It means when you use the fertilizers, the time the soil loses their water holding capacity also. And also soil loses their quality also. Clear? And also when you use the fertilizers, the time microorganisms, the time they are also facing so many problems for surviving in the agriculture field. It is also very affected the microorganisms life also. So that's type the fertilizers is very affect to the crop also. And also the biological magnification is also occur in by using the fertilizers. The time the chemicals, it means the several things are stored in the plants. The time it is transferred to the consumers. The food quality is not good. The yield is very good, but food quality is not good. And using that fertilizers. And also, dear students, the manure. We compare with fertilizers, manure is good. So when you use that fertilizers, we want, it means what the crop field want more number of waters. The fertilizers requires heavy waters. It means what? More quantity of waters. But when you use that manure, the time we require only less quantity of water. When you use that manure, the time the manures has to the for surviving of the microorganisms and the earthworms also. And also manures, it is good for the crop field also. And manures, it increasing the soil fertility also. And manure, it increasing the water holding capacity also. Also. So when you use that manure, it does not kill any microorganisms. It is helpful to all the microorganisms. The time the plants give the higher yield, and quantity and quality both are good when using the manure. When using that, at the time we get the good qualities of the crops. When using that manure, it helps to the increasing the water holding capacity. Water holding capacity. And also when using that manure, the time it maintains the soil quality also. It maintains the soil quality also. The time it is good compared with fertilizers. Compared with fertilizers. And also compared with fertilizers, the manure is very good. Okay. See, the manure is increasing the water holding capacity, and also the organic manure is considered better than fertilizers. Manure is considered better than the fertilizers, and also it improves the structure of the soil. The manure is improve the structure of the soil compared with fertilizers. Compared with fertilizers, manure is good, and also it increases the number of friendly microbes. I already told it increases the number of friendly microbes like microorganisms and the earthworm. These all things which manure is increasing to help in increasing the number of microbes. Number of microbes. Which one? There is a manure. And also the manure, it makes the soil force, and due to the which exchanging of the gases, it becomes very easy. When you add the manure to the soil at the time, the force are arranged, the force are formed, due to which exchanging of the gases become easy. Exchanging of the gases become very easy to the roots or to the microorganisms. So this type will be the manure. So compared with fertilizers, the manure is very good for the agriculture field. It is very good for the agriculture field. All of you understand about the fertilizers and the manures. Okay. Now see students, okay, all of you understand? Yes, thank you so much. Listen to me one more time in revision. So in the last class we have discussed about the preparation of the soil, and then we have discussed about the sowing method. We understand the sowing method and the preparation of the soil, and also next point, the third point is adding the manure and the fertilizers. So we have already told the manure and the fertilizers is the main rule in the agriculture field, because the both are necessary and very essential to the crop fields. Some people are using the manures, some people are using the fertilizers, some people are using both things. So fertilizers is made by with the help of the chemicals. The fertilizers are made with the help of the chemicals. The fertilizers are man-made things. The fertilizers are prepared in the factories. Listen to me carefully. Listen to me. It is very important. The fertilizers is a man-made things, and also it is contained a lot of chemicals, and also it is prepared in the factories, and it is does not provide any humus to the soil. Which one? Fertilizers. It does not provide any humus to the soil, and also it is very rich in the plant nutrients like the phosphorus, nitrogen, and the potassium. It is very rich nutrients. It has very rich plant nutrients. Which one? Fertilizers. The fertilizers are mainly made with the help of the chemicals. Yes or no? And also the fertilizers, nowadays also we have the technology is applied on the agriculture field. That time the farmers are heavily use the fertilizers. So that time the soil is losing their water holding capacity, and also it is caused due to the soil. It loses their water holding capacity, and it loses their quality also. So this is the effect of fertilizers. And also you can see this side there is a manure. The manure is often from the decomposition of the cattle dungs. We are obtaining the manures decomposition of cattle dungs. Next one, it can prepare in the fields. But we fertilizers we get that from the factories, but the manure it can prepare in the fields. Okay. By using the cattle dungs, by using the plant waste and the plant branches and the leaves, these all things. And also the manure is provide the lot of humus to the soil. It provides the lot of humus to the soil. Next one, the manure is relatively less rich in the plant nutrients. So compared with fertilizers, the manure has very less rich plant nutrients. Relatively less rich in the plant nutrients. So compared with the fertilizers, but fertilizers has a very high rich plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and the potassium. So these are the comparison, and compared to fertilizers, manure is a good because the manure it is helps to the increasing the number of microbes and microorganisms and earthworms. These all things because it's provide that good environment to that microorganisms, and also the manure it helps to the increasing the water holding capacity, and also it is organic manure is considered better than the fertilizers, and also it improves the textures of the soil. It will increase the textures of the soil, and it will increase the number of friendly microbes like earthworms, like some microorganisms this type. And the manure it makes the soil forces due to the which exchanging of the gases it becomes very easy. So this type will be compared with the fertilizers. Manure is good, and also the manures it gives the good qualities soil. It gives the good qualities of soil, and also it helps to the replacement of the soil. It helps to the replacement of the soil. So this type will be we understand about that adding manure and the fertilizers. When you add that manures or fertilizers, the time we get the good qualities of the crops or good qualities of the plants in the agriculture field. That time we get the high yield. Okay, so this type will be understand about the adding the manure and the fertilizers. So you can see in next class irrigation system. Okay, I'll continue in next class. Thank you so much.